Hi! Welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. I have a really fun week planned. I am going to be starting some really exciting books. So it's now Tuesday. I actually finished reading Vampire Academy this morning, which is what I was reading in my last reading vlog. So I won't tell you what it's about because I don't want to repeat myself and bore you guys. But I finished it this morning and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really cool to just like reread a book that I loved so much when I was in high school, because usually all my rereads like since starting booktube have been stuff like Harry Potter, which I'm not really that interested in rereading anymore for obvious reasons. But Vampire Academy was just so much fun and I cannot wait to read the rest of the books in the series over this year. I think it's gonna be so fun. I think my main issue with the book though, which is why it wasn't like a 5 stars, is just because that sort of book is never going to be 5 stars for me. Like it's just really just fun. Like that's all there is to it. Like I'm not really learning anything new. It's always just like something that's like enjoyable to read for a bit of escapism. But also I think from like a critical point of view, I think the ending was like rather rushed. Like the pacing was just like not really there. It was just kind of like we had our plot twist, we had our reveal, but then we had like a 10-page showdown and then that was it. The book was over. Everything was happy and lovely. Yeah, I also feel like it had a pretty obvious like cliffhanger moment, like, oh, keep an eye out for the sequel, which is like all well and good for a series, but I personally prefer my series to be a little bit more episodic, and like maybe an epilogue with a cliffhanger is all good, but I really like when it's like beginning, middle, end, even if it isn't a series as well. Like I like them to feel like completed, like finished books. That's it really. Apart from that, loved it. Easy. Cannot wait to watch the live show on, I'm not sure whose channel it's going to be on, I think maybe Trends, but yeah, because I read Vampire Academy for the Saint Vladimir's read along, I can't wait to watch the live show at the end of the month. So my reading plans for the rest of the week, I need to finish Girl, Woman, Other. I'm still on page 150. I haven't read anything else since I completed my last vlog, but I'm going to spend some time today reading it and I want to get to like 250. I want to at least read 100 pages, which I think is very doable. Also later in the week, I think either tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to be starting The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, which I am reading with Caitlin. We're going to be buddy reading it. I'm not exactly sure when she wants to start it. I think she's kind of been keen to start it slightly earlier than me, but I think I'm going to go into the city and pick up a copy for myself either tomorrow or Thursday. I'm really excited to read that one. I don't really know that much about it. I just know that it's about a girl who makes a deal with the devil to live forever and be immortal, but because of this deal, obviously with Satan, there are terms and conditions, and it means that everyone that she meets will not remember her. And our story starts when she finally meets someone who actually remembers who she is, which I think it just sounds like a really tragic, amazing, magical realism love story. And yes, me and V.E. Schwab kind of had a little bit of a falling out earlier this month when I read Dark Shade of Magic and was disappointed, but I'm hoping that maybe she can pick herself back up off her feet and impress me yet again. I also really wanted to film my worst books of 2020 today, but I think I would rather just lie in bed and read all day because I have work this afternoon and I just really want to focus more on reading all of this. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day before I have to leave to work, is this. If I get like a mini like booktube inspiration, then like maybe, but I don't really see that being the case because I've got like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours before I have to leave. So I think I'd rather just finish reading this. Yeah, I don't really have any other plans in terms of my reading because Invisible Life of Addie LaRue I believe is a pretty long book, and I also still have like 300 pages to get through of this, so that's already quite a lot. But I think if I do finish them, or if I do feel like picking up something different, I do know that some of my most anticipated releases for 2021 have come out, so I might see if I can get them on my Kindle if I just feel like picking up something new. I know that Roman and Jewel has come out, and I think maybe You Have a Match has also come out, so I'll take a look at those and see if I feel like reading them. But until then, it's just going to be this one and Addie LaRue. Okay, cool. I am going to get started on reading this and I will talk to you guys later on. Hi guys, it's Wednesday night. Sorry for the lack of updates in this vlog. I've just been pretty busy this week, but I've read a little bit more of Girl, Woman, Other. I'm now on page 276. I'm loving it a little bit less than I was at the beginning, like because we follow so many characters, naturally there are going to be some characters that I'm less invested than others, and we also only get to be with these characters for like 30 to 40 pages at a time, and then sometimes we see them come in other people's stories, but we only spend time with them as the main character for like 30 to 40 pages. So I have liked seeing some of these other characters being reintroduced and revisited in another character's life, but there are some other characters that I just don't really care for. I'm more invested in other parts of the book than I am in others, and sometimes I can find myself getting like not bored, but like at least just not as excited to pick up the book. For example, the past two characters I've just read aren't that interesting. We just read about a teacher and she was pretty homophobic, so like ew. And I think what I enjoy so much about this book is that like literally not a single character is perfect. Like it's just like a very, very like a realistic portrayal of like so many different people who live their lives on this planet, who exist. But of course it just means that like some characters are going to be pretty gross, and while I think it's like expertly crafted, I don't necessarily have like the best time reading it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm probably gonna put it down for the rest of the night just because I am rather tired. I'm probably gonna finish the chapter I'm on this morning, which is just one more character that we meet, but then just finish the rest of it over my days off. I just finished work, by the way. It's like midnight and I've got 3 days off. So yeah, definitely going to finish it within those next few days, but yeah, just going to put it down for the evening. I did, however, today buy a book. So look at how stunning she is. Yeah, so this is the first book that I've bought in a really, really long time. I'm really excited to start it. I also, if you saw my first vlog of the year, you'll see that I had a hard time finding this in the bookstores, but I finally found it. So I'm going to be buddy reading this with Caitlin. I actually texted her asking if she wanted to start it tonight, and she said she was pretty tired, but she said that I could start it and she'll catch up tomorrow morning. So I probably will start it tonight, probably just a couple of chapters. I don't know how long each chapter is, but yeah, I'm just going to try and read as much as I can before I fall asleep. I also think I'm going to bring out the annotating pencil case for this one because I just know there'll be some really beautiful parts that I will want to jot down. I will definitely be giving updates as I go, and I'm also going to be catching up with Caitlin in a couple of days, and I think we're going to do some reading together so we can read this together, which I'm really excited. But I am going to start it tonight because I just cannot wait. So yeah, these are my 2 books that I'm going to try and finish before the end of the week. Like I said, I am really busy, and like with organising moving house, it is a little bit stressful at the moment, but I've only committed to 2 books, so I think it'll be really good and really fun, and I think I can do it. So I'm going to get cozy and start this, and I'll update you guys soon. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday morning, and I just got back from hanging out with my dad, so yeah. But I read up to 50 pages of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue last night and this morning. I was really tired, as you guys know, but oh my god, is this my new favorite book. Like literally I'm only 50 pages in and I can't stop reading. The writing is so beautiful. I can't fucking deal with it. And also I'm just so invested in the story already, and I'm really appreciating how at the beginning we're seeing like time jumps. So we're seeing Addie now, and like we're kind of getting a grasp of what's to come, but we also get like a bit of backstory as well, and we're like jumping through time, which is something that I really love. So yeah, I'm at page 48, and me and Caitlin are both going to try and get to page 150 today. But oh my god, I just love it so much. Like literally I was supposed to see my dad this morning, and I was like, okay, I'll just read like 1 chapter before I go see him, but then I ended up reading like 4 because I just literally couldn't put it down. I just feel like I'm obsessed. Yeah, we're going to try read to page 150, but honestly, like I might read more. Like that's very much a possibility. I also just really love, like I relate to Addie LaRue so much. I believe like in the beginning when she's talking about how she like just wants to be a child, like she feels like time is just going by so fast and she just wants to hold on to it and stop and not have to like be an adult. Like that is literally me. I just don't want responsibilities. I want to be a child forever. But yeah, so it's like 11:30 this morning. Just got back from seeing my dad, and I do need to film my worst books of 2020 video today, but I think before I jump straight into that negativity, I just want to sit down and like read for a bit, because I've got like basically like 6 hours of the day to myself before I have plans. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I will talk to you guys soon. I've reached part 2 of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I do have a few things to say. All the people I have watched that have like reviewed this book or have mentioned this book on their channel, whatever, that they've always said that it's just like really slow, and like that's usually like the biggest describer of this book, is that like beautiful writing or it's really slow. And honestly, I think it's a bit of a disservice to the writing of this book to call it slow, because I'm not feeling that way at all. I don't think it's like slow. I think that Victoria Schwab is like really taking her time to build up this world and these characters and this story, but like so much has happened in this first part that I don't really think people understand what they mean when they call it slow. Like, yes, the writing is really, really beautiful, but it's not like overrun with all these like unnecessary, like flowery descriptions. Like, that's not the case at all. Like, basically in the entire first part, Addie's gone through so much character development from when we see her after making this deal with the devil, and also like her in New York and like coming into contact with the guy that remembers her. Like, we actually have learned so much about Addie's life in just the first 100 pages. So I really don't think it's a slow moving book at all. I feel like it's actually moved quite fast, and I've read it quite fast. So that's something that I tend to disagree with the majority of readers who have read this book. And that's kind of all I have to say right now, but I just know that I will have more thoughts in the future. So see you soon. Okay, so it's Friday. I haven't really done any updating, sorry, but I have definitely read way more of A Girl, Woman, Other today. I'm now on page 378, so I have less than 100 pages left, and I think I'm definitely going to finish it this afternoon. It's like 5:30, and I'm getting picked up at 7:30 to go to a party, and all I need to do is put on a dress and do my hair. So easy. You can easily get that done in time, and then just spend my time finishing this book. Really loving it again. Like, I feel like it definitely dipped down in the middle, but now is like really good, and I'm really loving seeing how all these storylines are like meeting up with each other. So definitely obsessed with this. Read maybe like 50 more pages of Addie LaRue last night and still absolutely loving it. But yeah, I think once I finish this, I'm just going to spend all of Saturday and Sunday trying to finish Addie LaRue, or at least get through another big chunk of it. I'm seeing Caitlin tomorrow, and we're going to do like a reading party and probably watch the Vampire Academy movie. So because we're going to be reading, and we're also buddy reading Addie LaRue, it'll be really easy to read that together. That's kind of all the updates I have for now, but a package arrived in the mail for me from HarperCollins. I'm on the HarperCollins New Zealand mailing list for reviewers. So basically every month they send me some new releases that are coming out that month, and then I reply with the ones that I want to review, and they'll send me like finished copies of those books. And I've been on their mailing list since like maybe June 2019. I've gotten some really good books from them. Like, I think they gave me My Dark Vanessa. Yeah, love being on their mailing list. And I requested, I think, 3 books this month, and the first package arrived. So I think whatever's in here is going to be the book that I start next week once I finish this. Oh wow, this isn't even a finished copy. This is an ARC. This is uncorrected proof copy, and it's got all the quotes on it. Oh, okay. I definitely thought this was going to be a finished copy, but there's an ARC, which is still great. Love that. But this is Girl A by Abigail Dean, which I believe is a thriller. And I don't actually think this has been released yet. I think this is the book that they're sending to a lot of the reviewers that they're really trying to like push. Like, this is their big release. Wow. So I don't really know much about this, but I think it's a thriller about a girl who grew up in a family with a really like fucked up childhood. Like, she has a bunch of siblings, and they all have these really awful parents that like trapped her, and like then she escaped from it. But then once her parents die, she like goes back to like save the siblings that didn't manage to escape. That's kind of all that I can gather from the synopsis. But at the back here it says that it's already been optioned to be a TV show, and it's already going to be a big TV show, so I imagine this is going to be a pretty big thriller this year. But yeah, this is going to be the thriller that I start next week. Really glad that I have this, because I have been itching to pick up a thriller, and after Lock Every Door was kind of disappointing, I'm keen to read this. So thank you so much, HarperCollins, for sending this to me. I'm very, very grateful. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for my update. I'm gonna go do my hair now and get dressed, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi. Hi. It's Monday afternoon now, and yeah, I didn't vlog all weekend. So basically I went to a party on Friday, and the thing is, like, I don't want to sound like an ungrateful brat because like obviously I'm living in New Zealand and we don't really have COVID anymore, so like we kind of have the freedom to go out, and I know that lots of countries are in like lockdown, so I might feel ungrateful. And I honestly don't mean to be ungrateful about my current like situation in my country or anything, but every time I like go out, I just get halfway through the night and I'm just like, I wish I was at home. So I went to this party on Friday, and like halfway through I was just like, I just want to be at home. Like I still have fun, I just like, yeah, I just wanted to be at home like doing things. And then like the whole rest of the weekend I like had work on Sunday, but like Saturday and stuff I was just like, I just wish I hadn't gone out on Friday and I had like just chilled and been productive. And I don't know, I'm just, yeah, I just hate being tired because I'm so bad at being tired. Like I just don't get anything done, and like I'll just like stay in bed all day. Anyway, this is getting a bit too real, but yeah. Anyway, reading. I finished Girl, Woman, Other on Saturday night actually, and yeah, really good. I really enjoyed the last half. I thought the epilogue was amazing, and there was like a connection that I kind of like already guessed. Like, you know, there was like a connection that I guess was alluded to but not like completely confirmed, and in my head I was like, oh, that's definitely how those characters are connected, and I was right. So yeah, that epilogue was very satisfying, and like seeing all the characters like come together at our first characters play was really fun. So really enjoyed the book in the end, absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars just because of stuff that I have previously mentioned in this vlog, but yeah, genuinely loved it. I unfortunately didn't make any progress on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue just because, like I said, I just didn't do anything in the weekend, which is why I didn't vlog. I'm definitely hoping to continue reading it in my next week's vlog. So yeah, on that note, I might sign off here so I can start my next week's reading vlog, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, I know my vlogs are getting a little repetitive, like I'm always just in my room, but once I move home I think they'll be a little bit more fun. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
But she said, Cindy, don't cry, and I don't